La 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 Yeah, it was too good to be able to stop it. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you for joining me again today. It's a great honor for me to be here with you all. Uh, I just noticed among all these beautiful comments, let me see if I'm not wrong. That was a emotional moment to me. Yeah, one of my old friends and colleagues on one of the hospitals that I used to work in just put a comment and said Happy Yalda, which is tonight. I solstice, winter solstice called Yalda in Iran in Persian culture. And apparently they are in the operation room right now that they are watching me after maybe about 6 years that I left that hospital, or maybe more, 8 years. Hello, everyone, back in Kashan uh, University and Kashan Hospital. Love you all. Thank you for watching me uh, from operation room. Okay, well, thank you. Hello, everyone. Today is going to be different. Today we are going to talk about winter solstice. I, to be honest, I learned the name recently. I was not sure about the name solstice, and I might even pronounce it not perfectly, but this is what it is. In Persian culture, we call it Yalda, which is one of the most important, in my opinion, the most important traditions in uh, Persian culture. And yeah, that's so interesting. I'm just reading. There's like north of Iran, India, Brazil, and France, and all around the world. Love you all. Thank you. Well, yeah. So we are going to talk about this tradition, and it's not just Persian culture. I know that there are other people in countries around Iran, which was, like it was a great country maybe thousands years ago, and they were like all England, Canada, hi, and Dubai. Yeah, so somehow they celebrate Yalda from Afghanistan, somehow in Pakistan. Kashmir, I know that it's a very important, probably the most important tradition in Kashmir as well, and in some other countries in Asia and so on and on. And yeah, so today I would appreciate you if you do celebrate Yalda, uh, either you are Persian or not, if you want to join, and hopefully you can Greek and Syria. Yeah, of course. If you can join and let's share the night together. Maybe we can see your Yalda, I don't know, setting. They have a table setting like this, as you see. It's all about amazing fruits and cookies and nuts and things to eat. It's all about family gathering, and as I said before, uh, grandparents mostly they tell stories about ancient stories. It's kind of like a family great night kind of thing. So I would love to share and see some of your Yalda tables and Yalda settings. Well, yeah, this is life. This is life. Okay, let's see. Let's see who wants to join and talk about Yalda if possible. That would be great. If not, we still can talk to you about anything you want. And yeah, so now on TikTok you can join. Also on Instagram. Oh, I just I was about to hit this. And yeah, and people are still watching us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's talk to. Let's see who wants to join here. So talk about Yalda. I'm not sure. Like apparently, like I cannot guess from the names, but I think that no one is from Iran or anywhere around. But yeah, it's okay. So let's see. One of the most important part of the Yalda is poetry. They read poetries all the night, and they just want to. The point is that they spend time together in the longest, darkest night of the year to bring this message that there is more into us than the darkness. When we are together, especially when families are together, there is nothing to fear when we are all together. And even the longest, darkest night will pass. Hello? Hello? So it didn't, uh, it was not successful. Hello. But anyway. Well, yeah, so let's see who else wants to join here. And also, I need to check on TikTok. This is kind of like complicated. Not complicated, but the forms are. Mhm. Bonjour from bonjour from France. Hi, France, Italy, and thank you so much. Let's say what do we have here? Dubai, and Greece, Belgium, Germany, Texas, Argentina. Hola, Argentina. Well, couldn't join, and Morocco, India. Okay, so and I hope that you can join Qatar. Okay, Vancouver, Washington D.C., India. Well, so yes, if you want to join and you can share a poem, that would be nice if you can do this. Uh, Either your poetry or someone else, any kind of poetry that you like and you enjoy. This is tonight is about kind of like spirituality boost up, and yeah, yeah. If anyone's, I can share a song, of course. Samar, you here? Hey, brother. Samar, you can join. You can. Do you want to join? I don't know. Let me pin your comment first so people can find you. This is all about art, music, song, poetry, and hi,
Hey,
long time no see, brother. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Long time, I know.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see your smile. Always smile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see you as well.
Okay. So how is it going? And I have some pomegranates, which is one of the. I mean, this is like Yalda with no pomegranates. There's no Yalda. It's just a night. So I have some pomegranates. So yes. So please, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. And I was thinking, would it be okay to share some song or something if you like to hear?
Mm-hmm.
And how is it going with you? How's everything?
Awesome. Let me tell you something. In this pomegranate was not just pomegranate. Okay. The problem is, I mean, no problem, but because usually it's not so popular to have pomegranate
Uh,
in Canada. So
oh,
when you get hands on, if you have your hands on pomegranate, you will, like hoard pomegranates. And how you can do this, I put it in the freeze. So I in the freezer. So now my pomegranates are iced pomegranate. And I was
oh.
not, yeah, I was not so aware, and I put it in my mouth, and I was like, that's why I was just trying to communicate with no words because everything was just so, yeah, tense. Yeah, I appreciate you to stay like the whole night because you are the soul of any kind of show, and every time you can play anything and sing, and even if anyone else wants to join and read a poem, you can do the background music. As usual, we can enjoy your art. What about that?
Oh, that's really sweet of you. I'm so grateful to join you.
Absolutely, my
Yeah.
pleasure. So let's start with one. Anything you want to share. Start with a song that you want.
Yeah. Let me just plug in all this setup. Now
Ice
I'm in a
phonograph.
different city, and I've managed to set things up for myself so that I'll be able to work and record. And it's a complete new place, new studio, and a new workstation. I'm liking it so much.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and yeah, I because now I have my equipment. Last time I was with you, and I just had one guitar to play, and I was regretting. I
Excuse
guess I had my
me.
instruments.
If that was something that you regret, I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen now today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll show you a couple of things which
Okay.
I actually planned to do in our life together, and I've been able to do it today, and I'm glad. I'll show you a bit of my setup and how things are out now. So
Okay.
I have so it's a bit of now I have complete set of my guitars with me, so I can
Wow.
play everything, and I have my drums with me, the drums, and my keys with me, and yeah, everything is good now, and whole
And
setup of
how come you just showed up today? The day that I was looking for some beautiful souls to bring this energy. That this is amazing. Thank you. And you
uh,
do them all by yourself?
uh, at the moment I'm staying with my partner right now,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, everything is
So
going okay.
you play everything, all these on instruments,
Yeah, and I play everything and loop everything together. So
and then you sing.
uh, yeah, so down there, if you see, there's my loop pedal. So everything goes into that station, and then everything goes into that, and then everything goes into that, and everything goes into
Well,
my
let me.
computer.
Okay, so let me show you this then. I have. I don't know if you can see this interface,
Yeah,
and I
I have the
thought that
same.
I am well equipped. Okay, I'm so well. Look at you. I mean, yeah, that was way beyond my technology capacity, but yeah. So look at you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
So yeah, I'll just set things up for my sister. So that
Okay.
it'd be
And I just before we continue, I want to say, okay, so your Instagram ID is pinned. Your comment is pinned there. Everyone who wants to find you later, they can. People on TikTok, Instagram, people on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. His Instagram is SAMARPS. Samar PS. And you will thank me later that I mentioned that. Just in a second.
I am always grateful for everything you do, you mention, and you bring me on this live. And since we met from a Clubhouse gig, since then I have made connections to Misha is so supportive. She always put me up on the stage and let me sing songs. Bianca is amazing. All the people I've joined.
You taking over Clubhouse. You can be huge artist in Clubhouse. I know that you will be. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, brother.
I really appreciate that. And yeah, I just got a call. And I would just these other tracks which I keep playing. Yeah, I found one and I'm gonna play it up. And I'm gonna turn my mic so you can hear me good. Can you hear me now? Is sounding okay?
Yes.
Just adjust this. Okay. Okay. So everything I'm gonna play is gonna be there from the loop pattern because I've recorded it, and the drums and the main beats of the song. I was practicing this for a while now, and it's an amazing mashup, which you always like to add songs after another songs. And I hope you will enjoy them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It takes a lot to know a man. It takes a lot to understand the Volvian say a little boy in rage. It takes a lot to know a full man. A lot to understand what's coming. The honeybee that stays. A little girl with wings. It takes a lot to give, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know the love you live. It takes a lot to be, to touch, to feel the slow repeat. A war another body needs. It takes a lot to know a man. A lot to know to understand The Father and the Son, the hunter and the gun. It takes a lot to know, a lot to know to understand. The mother and the son, the muse and the God. It takes a lot to get, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know the world you live. It takes a lot to be, to trust, to feel the slow beat, to know no matter brightness. This ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and it's not warm when she's away. No, it ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. The way she's gonna stay. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I keep it up below. Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a socket us to roll. Married to the money, introduce her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it, now she rimming it for low. She my trap queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch her father pass go. We just at the goal, talking massive lab go. Got a 50, 60 grab, probably 100 grams. Man, I swear, screwed it up. But I'm gonna go freestyle a bit, so you won't catch it. There we go, again. Man, I swear I love her, she work it down. Hit the strip club, Phoebe, let the bounce go. Everybody hit me, just go the band go. In love with the money, I ain't never letting go. And I can't rock with my baby. I just at the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby. And I can't rock with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby. And I can't rock with my baby. I be in the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby. And I can't rock with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking pies. Hit the strip of my track queen, cause up we know it's bad. I might just snatch it per Vivi. I buy my boo alarm, I might just snatch it per necklace. Drop a couple on a rate. She wanted for nothing because it get her everything. Bitch you up in a band though, then envy you can. Go PT board out of stand though. I fire bands, go VD boards out of stand though. I fire bands, graffiti rap. I'm living 50,000 the higher stands. Go hip hop. And I can rock with my baby. I be in the morning getting fly with my baby now. And I can rock with the baby. I be in the morning getting fly with my baby now. And I can rock with the baby. I be in the morning getting fly with my baby. And I can rock with the baby. It takes a lot to know a man. A lot to understand what's happening. The Father and the Son, the hunter and the gun. It takes a lot to know of a man. A lot to know to understand. Mother and the child, the muse and regard.
Wow.
Thank you.
I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Wow. So
Thank you
you
for
are
giving.
probably now asking me again to repeat his Instagram ID, right? Probably people on TikTok and now. Okay, so it's Samar PS SAMARPS, and
That's right.
people are in on Instagram. They can see this. Well, thank you so much. That
Uh,
was awesome. As always. I mean, this is beautiful. So,
yeah.
how is everything going? So, you're doing this. I know that you wanted to like take it to the next level, more professional. How is everything going there?
Yeah, I'm on the verge of releasing all of my original songs, and as soon as I release them, I'll be traveling in the cities to perform. If I get good gigs, I'm also trying to come outside of India, and I'm trying to look for any place I can play in, bar, restaurant, anywhere I can find a job. So that because I sing mostly in English,
Mm.
and in India, people don't understand, don't really appreciate English music. So I try to, you know, break these barriers so that I'd be able to travel outside if I find a good job
Mhm.
there, just to play music, or do something related to music, any job, so that I can push my music career outside of India. And yeah, I'm gonna be promoting all of my songs which I've written over the years, and that's the plan is just to go out and promote your music.
So let me tell you something. I'm making TikTok like this short form videos every day, and so I use like popular songs that are hit around social media. But why don't we do something together? I can use your songs if you want. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, I mean that would
Oh,
be great. And,
that would be amazing
and because
because
my videos is about it's a storytelling. Even if it's 30 seconds, I need like ups and downs now, the peak and everything. So and you are the master, of course. Why not? Let's collaborate together.
I would love to do that because there are songs which I've written about like I've
Mhm.
seen your videos and they're amazing because there is always a message, and that's what I really appreciate because we always need a push, because we never know what can help us where, and we will never be aware of the right thing or wrong thing. But when someone just come up with a message and it just fits right in the life and it just pushes up in the right direction.
Mhm.
So yeah, I resonate to that so much, and I've written songs mostly about all real time experiences. So I'd be coming up with all the songs and all the ups and downs in the music, audio file, and what you expect to put that out in the video. I'll definitely be sharing it with you, and I hope you would be you find a way to just let it out in your videos.
Absolutely, yes, definitely. Because one of the most like challenging part of my job is to find a song that fits my content. Because I make I write the thing, the quote, and do the video, and at the end, okay, so I need to find a song that fits. And it's sometimes it takes hours to just find a beat. But of course, I mean, you will be that like blessing to me. Yeah,
I'm really grateful.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So stay online, and if you are okay and you still have time, that would be great. If we can have, maybe we can talk to a couple of friends who wants to share poetries. Tonight is going to be an artistic night.
Yeah, well, I would love to do that. I would love to
Yeah,
say that.
so let's see. Even your poetry should not to necessarily be in English. If you want to share a poetry, if you want to share your Yalda Night table. Oh, thank you. What was that? Someone put something in my head and TikTok. It was kind of like a crown. But yeah, so maybe we can share poetry, your Yalda setting, Yalda table like this, or any stories you want to share tonight is gonna be this tonight. And maybe I can read a poem. What about that? Hmm?
Why not? Keep
Yeah,
it.
I know that. So my poem is in Farsi, but it's about Yalda anyway, and of course, sometimes you don't even need to understand the whole meaning, you know. This this is a poem that I wrote exactly 1 year ago, December 2020. And it was about Yalda, of course. So last night, last Yalda. It was one of my last Persian poetries. I kind of like switch to English writing, and sometimes I need to go back. Sometimes I write it anyway. So let's see if there is any Persian viewers, people, guys, who is there, who is watching that they can appreciate Farsi poetry. Please leave a comment so I know that some people are listening.
I always wonder, where exactly are you from?
I'm from Iran, not
And
far
how
from
many
you.
languages do you speak?
Well, yeah, God bless my grandma. Rest in peace. She once told me that it's not about how many language you can speak; it's about what language you can understand.
Wow.
And yeah, I barely can speak English, as you see. I speak a little bit Arabic, very little Spanish, somehow sign language. I'm just into languages and communications, and Farsi, of course, is my mother tongue. But yeah, so I am open to learn every day. Even one word is enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are many languages, by the way.
Thank you.
You're doing quite a few.
Thank you. So, what are you going to play for the background? It's
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. So, just give me a bit of hint what exactly the poem is about, and when did you write this? How did you?
so this is about this. This is about. So as you probably were not here tonight, is the longest night of the winter of the year, technically. Winter solstice. Yeah, and in Persian culture, we celebrate this night as Yalda, and reading poems and poetry and sharing stories is part of the tradition. And this poem specifically, I wrote it about Yalda Night, but so it's always have poetry has like kind of like love or life theme is about. It's about like yeah, Persian poetry is all about love, and yeah, but this one is about life, love, patience, and it's all about the light after the darkness, hope, maybe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I'd be able to give it a nice background, which is kind of soothing because it's always about the hope and it's always about the patience. So
Mhm.
I'd be able to do that. And let's do it.
Yeah, it's let's see, it's lines, 5 lines. It's not that long, but anyway. So let's do this. I don't know if the how is the sound. People can hear us on Facebook. If everything is just you leave a comment. So on TikTok, I believe that TikTok has the best audio system. I guess it's just so clean. But anyway, so I am ready whenever you are. Let's just do this.
I wanted to ask you if my guitar is way too loud. Do you want me to lower down the volume?
Heat it. I think it's a little bit, yeah. So that if you can just bring it down a little bit. Okay, okay.
Sounds okay now.
Yeah. دردانه بالا بلندی، ناب و زیبایی، جادویی پر رمز و راز سخت گیرایی، یک صبر طولانی و یک پایان دلچسبی، تصویر خوشبختی به دنبال شکیبایی. شب‌های دلتنگی که می‌رفتند با یادت، انگار شیرین می‌شود حالا که اینجایی. من باید اول می‌رسیدم تا بیای تو، مثل انار سرخ تبدارم تو یلدایی. در فال ایمان باز هم نیت شما بودی، در فال ایمان باز هم نیت شما بودی. ای یوسف گم گشته، حافظ گفت میایی. Thank you.
I really liked it. That was quick, by the way.
that was short. Like sometimes the Persian poetry they have like just two lines. Just it's kind of like pretty much like not haiku, but yeah. So the shorter the message is stronger. So it hits just the nail in the head. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you so much. Well, yeah, Yusuf گم گشته، حافظ گفت میایی. And let's see if we have other guests who wants to join and share. Let's see. Thank you. So our Persian friends are appreciating. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
That people are like, I'm going to learn Farsi.
Yeah, that is a good idea. So since I think we cannot add more guests, but so why don't you play another song? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would love to. I wanted to ask you this time, what's the vibe you like? Would you like to hear something upbeat, or would you like to hear something soothing, mellow? What would you like to hear?
Well, I think soothing would be more let's say suitable for tonight, because it's, as I say, it's all about like good vibe and chill and like love stories, love songs, and this kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this one. I love this one. This song is from Coldplay, and I always sing this all the time. And I'm hooked to this song. And this is called "The Scientist" by Coldplay. Have you heard this one before?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm sorry, you don't know how worthy you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I set you apart. Oh, tell me your secrets, ask me your questions. Oh, let's go back to the start. Running in circles, commenting tears, and some for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Take me back to the start. Oh, and I was just guessing numbers and figures, pulling puzzles apart. But questions to science, science and progress, to not speak as absence. Tell me you love me, and come back and haunt me. Oh, when I rush to this door, running in circles, tracing our tails, and sun shines apart. Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. I'm going back to the start. Thank you so much for having me listen to that one.
Thank you. Honestly, like you see what you're doing here. Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Guys, he will stay. He will be here to the end. I promise you. I don't let him go. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, and hopefully we can like later on after this period of time that I'm doing this 2022 together, 2022 together. Yeah. So when we go back to normal routine and Sunday nights, hopefully we can have the story nights together. And yeah, we have much to do. We have much to do. Just stay tuned. I want to now invite our friend Victoria. So Victoria is, I don't know why she has. So let's see. Uh, I don't know if you're here, Victoria. Are you here? You can. I don't know if you're here or not. Yes. So please join. And she has amazing poetries, and she writes poetries, and maybe she can definitely she can share. And hi.
Hi, I'm here.
Thank you so much for joining. That was very. I was actually looking for you today because this is like all about poetry, and I know that you write amazing things. And I said, okay, so she will show up. She will show up. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes, indeed. I had a course until now, like 10 minutes ago, and I
mhm,
saw your live. And I was like hoping the course will end soon,
mhm.
just to join because I knew it's a very important day and night, actually.
Thank
Very
you.
important
Thank
night.
you. I appreciate it.
So, yes, I feel very, how can I call it? I really want to share this poem.
Absolutely. Like I understand you. I mean, I feel you 100% as a poet, not a poet. As a poet, honestly, we are all the poem of the creation, each each and every of us. But yeah, so as a poet, I know that when you write it, you must read it out. I mean, what is the point of writing a poem if you don't read it out?
Indeed,
Yeah, please.
indeed, and it's exactly that I have with this poem. It's one that is I need to share it. It's more than I'm capable of telling more about it. So it's a bit longer than normal.
Of course, no problem. I think Summer, let me. Can you please put a comment so I can pin your comment, please, Summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people can find you, and if you can take care of the background music to even have more.
Why not?
Yeah, watch more
Yes, why
wives
not?
and yes.
Indeed.
So Summer, okay.
It's the first time I'm doing this together with another artist. So thank you so much for making this possible. Um, I'm a bit stressed because it's a very important message. Would you like to hear a little bit the story behind the poem or afterwards?
Absolutely, the story, of course.
I'll tell the story before.
Mhm.
The fact is that more than 10 years ago, I worked for an important lawyer, but he didn't speak much. And whenever someone came to his office, I was like the one stopping people, bothering him. And we didn't speak. I just knew he shouldn't be bothered. And so one day a partner came and he said, I really need to speak to him. I said, no, not possible. And then that person left. And then he pulled his chair slightly. We had just like 10 centimeters for him to watch out of his office, watch me. And he was like you did well. It was nonverbal. And he went back to work. And I found that so special. It's as if we were like telepathic or something. I didn't ask him, I just knew. So that inspired me. But this, I think, can be for anyone. So anyone listening, anyone feeling that this poem resonates with them, it's for them too. So, and feel free to join with the music if you feel like it, and
Yeah.
I'll do my utmost best to do it well. The man of few words. No need to talk to understand him. The silence makes it possible for me to get silence too. Well, silence like being in silence, not the way you would think as if I were not allowed to speak. The man of few words speaks. With his eyes, his gestures, his calmness, just his presence. I was amazed of how loud he could sound, sometimes even without a sound. He communicates in different ways, at a different level. At first, I couldn't pinpoint what it was, as if we had our own radio frequency, a code language which no one else could understand, which limited our any interferences or bypassing by outsiders. The man with few words always got his say. He knew exactly what he wanted, how he wanted it, and when. No need to think too much, nor give him any advice. Assisting him came naturally. Defending him and his time came naturally too. The man of few words was a blessing in disguise. Apparent for me to see he was kind of discreet, although his talent and intelligence could fill up a whole room. Or whole account, Instagram account. He was often solicited, although he made sure he set his boundaries and followed his own priorities, without getting winded up by external factors, people nor figures. The man of few words made me realize how with few words you could tell so much in a world where busyness and noise are encouraged. Being in his presence for a period of time made it clear to me that less is more. And this lesson had a huge impact on me, becoming in fact a woman of few words myself. Well, except when I'm writing or reciting, where words become the flow of my thinking, which I am grateful for. Thanking the man of few words to make me appreciate communication in a whole different way. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah, so how loud someone can be without a word, without a sound.
Indeed.
Yeah, some people's presence has the loudest sound. I remember. I know people. I remember moments. I remember whispers in my ear that they are the loudest sound in my head ever since.
Yes.
And yeah, yeah. When the message is strong, you only need to whisper.
Yes.
Mhm.
Indeed. And
Yeah.
this was one of those moments. And something that was related because that person had to change work and asked me to join him in that other company. And I couldn't choose. I didn't know, as I was working for two people. He was the most important person at the time, but someone else wanted for me not to leave the company. And I asked at the time, because children are very, very intelligent, and I asked a child, 8-year-old, what should I do? Must I go with that person to the other company or stay? And she said, you must see who really wants to work with you. And I said, I think both want to work with me. And she said, then you need to find out who really wants to see you happy. I said, fine. And if I know who wants to see me happy, what should I do? You go along with the other one. I asked her why. She said, the one who wants to see you happy will understand.
Wow.
So I did not follow this partner, and I listened to the little girl's advice, and I stayed.
Wow. So that little girl is a blessing. I know, like, wow. And how old is that little girl now?
Nearly 20.
Mhm. Yeah, I bet that she's successful and happy.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
Very wise.
great, great.
indeed.
Well, yeah. So what a moment. I actually have another poem to share since tonight is a poem night and we have a great poet and great artist and everything just came up together perfectly. And I don't have many English poetry yet, and a couple of them are like some of them are, I rewrote my old poems, a couple of new poems I'm writing, and yeah, I will upload them one by one, mostly on my website from now on. But this is the only poem that is already on my website, and I know that you already uh, read that, but let's see if I can read it properly. Yeah, thank you. I hope that you guys are enjoying tonight. I honestly, I am so happy that I can have this one. It's way beyond my expectations, and this is the beauty of unexpected. Yeah, I hope you enjoy too. Yes, please, Summer, go ahead, so I will follow you.
Okay.
Oh, let me explain a little bit. This poem originally is in Farsi, and I wrote it in 2020, 2012. It was about 10 years ago. I don't know if you remember. Back then, it was this idea of apocalypse. Like it was like as uh, Aztec history, or like I don't know. This like prediction says that the 2012 is the end of the war, and
Last
yeah,
year.
yeah, people were waiting. Like there are people who actually believed in it, and everyone was just waiting for the end of the war. And so I wrote this poem originally in Farsi first, and then 2 years ago, when it was so I was in Canada, and it was all about COVID, and everyone was talking about COVID, and everything was so intense. People were like uncertain, didn't know what to do, and I had this call inside me that okay, so you have to rewrite this poem in English now. And this is the English version after about 8 years.
Ah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
let's go.
Okay.
Some people say, my dear lovely friend, the world is finally reaching the end. Might be the time for this eagle to descend. And nothing will remain. All is gone in a second. I hope when the earth is going to die, you and I will be together, full of joy and happiness, and extremely satisfied. That's the only way I will be able to say goodbye. Easy to let go of all, with no sorrow, no reason to cry. And if this tale of the end is true, with no regrets or sadness, I would peacefully pass through. I will sit full of love, free, just in front of you, regardless of any end that might come. I wouldn't have a clue. A war, an earthquake, even a mysterious deadly flu. I would be sitting right there, sweetheart, just enjoying the view. Thank you.
Wow.
Yes, very, very powerful.
Thank you so much.
You just consider you or picture this in a way that I can see you sitting nearby the sea, where there's a small tree. You're sitting on the shed, and you are already filled with love, and you're not scared of death anymore.
Yeah.
And you're ready to just give away love because you know that's what needed the most. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. The inspiration. I mean, I remember maybe one of the scenes in my head that inspired me for this. Maybe I'm not even sure that was the only reason, but I don't know if you remember that scene in the movie Titanic, when the Titanic was sinking, and these two old fellas, they were in the bed, they just holding each other's hands and just waiting for, because they had no chance to survive, but they were enjoying the company at the very end. So that was the moment that impacted me, and probably that was the one of the
Wow.
the image in my head when I was
That was
reading.
the image.
Yeah.
The image that you had. It's incredible when you write a poem, you have so many images. It's never alone. It's like a movie.
Yeah,
As if you were
poets can see things that they say. This is a gift that they can see what they say, what they write.
Dr. Imran, you have shared.
See, and
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
sorry, I just wanted to say it's seeing and sensing. It's something that is so profound for poetry. You see, you sense, you give, and it's sensed by someone else in another way. So that's what I wanted to say. It's I'm not really often nervous, but now I feel super nervous because it's very profound what we are sharing, and I think people who are listening sense it too. So just wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, no need to be nervous. I mean, this is it. When you are, I hope that I can pronounce this word properly. Vulnerable, yes, vulnerable, and you talk about emotions and you open your heart and you expose your soul. There is a sense of maybe uh, not insecurity, but yeah, it might comes with a amount of stress. It's I think it's beautiful. It's not even it's not a it's not anxiety. It's kind of like just feeling alive.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. Very much so. And I would love to share another one if that's okay.
Absolutely, yes, please.
It's a short one, but it's one that I really like a lot. I am grateful for every drop of rain when it falls, for every breeze through which the wind calls, the sound, meaningful in silence. I am grateful for experiencing life with passion, for being the owner of a heart filled with compassion. I am grateful, oh so grateful for experiencing human kindness and practicing it. When we love more, we judge less. I am grateful for so many, many things, uncountable as far too numerous, unaccountable as far too generous. I am grateful, and in this gratefulness resides the greatness of the one who knows what we don't know. As I am reminded of these words, he who does not thank people does not thank him. And therefore, I remain forever grateful. And I start by thanking you.
I'm grateful for you guys too. I mean, I am grateful.
We are.
Yeah, thank you. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for tonight. I'm grateful for your presence. And this is amazing how, even in almost 2022, human being is hungry for beauty and art and poetry. There is no technology or development or any like kind of artificial intelligence that can replace your heart. And I'm so grateful to have access to my heart. And I hope you all do.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's something from the heart, and it's something that we have received. It's not only something that we own, it's something that we have as human beings and that we can share. And just to mingle it through what I'm telling and then a little poem and then telling something afterwards. It's actually love is simple and love is near and love is what I and anyone else wants to hear. And love is all and all is love. And love is enough to feed my heart and yours, everyone present. And that's the specificity, I think, about the fact that we are human and that we sometimes forget. I think that's a very important one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I have another. Yeah, so this is, uh, let me tell you, the story behind this poem is it's amazing. So when I started doing my social media and my post and writing and everything, I still introduce myself as a poet first before anything else. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a guru. I'm not a social media expert. I'm a poet. I can feel, I can see my feelings and people's feeling, and this is a gift that I can resonate with every single person's feeling. And this is a goal to me to be able to express my feeling because I love my Farsi poetries, my Persian poetries. There is nothing more for me to be proud of. Because sometimes I even surprise myself when I read my poetry. Wow, how did you do that? I mean, honestly, I have no idea how I wrote that things. And I, I believe one of my dreams and one of my goals is to practice and, to brush my skills to be able to write and express myself the way that I was able to write in Farsi. And so this one is about last summer. I live downtown Toronto, so there is a lake, and you see people every day. They are just hanging out around the lake, and there are a lot of small cafes and places to sit, and like people just hang out. I used to go out for a walk almost every day, and sometimes I see this young couple that they sit probably every time I see them. They were in the same place in the corner of the cafe. They just spent time. They were happy. They were just kind of like, yeah, just this young, this probably 20 something years old, and they were happy. And of course, yeah, I just pass by because it was just right across my place. So every time I see them, not every time, but yeah, many times, the way that I now recognize them. Uh, Almost about maybe 1 or 2 months later, it was about to like maybe September. I was passing by the same cafe, and it was the guy who was sitting at the same table, and he was alone and obviously not happy. And and I felt and I saw that pain and sorrow and tears in his eyes and his heart. And of course, so he came probably for like a grief. He came for a ceremony to just sit in the same place with the one that is not there with him anymore. But and that was the moment of me creating this poem, writing this poem. And I never came back to this poem later. And I'm not even sure if like there are some grammatical mistakes or whatever mistakes, because I was just looking because I don't have many English poems. But yeah, so I found this one. I say I just remembered the story, and I say, yeah, of course I will read this poem anyway. But yeah, I just want you to know the story behind it, because when it comes to poetry, I in Farsi, many people, my friends, ask me, okay, this is so sad. How do you feel this? What was the story? Your story? I mean, no, it was not mine, but I, as a poet, can see people's pain, and this is the gift that you can now turn into to writing. So this is all about poetry, and yeah, I just want you to imagine the story behind it first, and now I can. This is like maybe four uh, verses, as I can say. I don't know what they call it, but anyway. Yeah, so let's go. I don't know if I can. I hope that I can read it. That's going to be a good one. Okay, so please, Summer, go ahead. Of course, that must be a sad song anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you. Ooh. Life is not the same since you left me, and I think a lot. Going to the same cafe, our everyday dating spot. Same order, latte for two, and a piece of pie to share. That was your favorite, I knew, my gesture to show I care. I think about the day that you told me you're done with us. At this very same table, all my dreams have turned to dust. I had this feeling sometimes that something is wrong for sure. Something has changed. Life is not as much sweet as before. You were the change, and I learned when you left me there to cry. I was fool enough to think it must be the tea or pie. Thank you.
Taking it in. You heard thank you, and I said thank you. Everyone is taking it in.
Yeah.
It's profound. It's a real movie that you see, that you translate into words. We're still in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with the last two lines.
Yes.
And I see a couple sitting in that cafe and they are paused there. The way you ended that just made me those that couple of those two people that are paused. Love, their emotion, everything is secured right there in the picture. That was beautiful, Doctor. You right
Was it
beautifully.
Thank you.
True.
Thank you so
It's
much.
a close-up.
Yeah, sometimes we don't want to see the change. That was the inspiration for me to have the video. That if you feel something, if you think everything is all right, everything could actually be all right. But if you feel something is wrong for sure. If you ignore a red flag, it doesn't mean the red flag is not there. It will take you down. If you don't eat the wolf, doesn't mean that the wolf won't eat you.
Yeah.
And this is it. Sometimes we see the change, we don't want to address it. Every single relationship will end when one of the two partners stop communicating. And that is the beginning of the end. And that was exactly the same. The guy said that I had this feeling sometimes that something is wrong for sure. Something has changed. Life is not as much sweet as before. You were the change, and I learned when you left me there to cry. I was fool enough to think it must be the tea or pie. We always think about something else, but yeah, communication
Yes.
is
The black
the key.
and white thinking. Yes.
Yeah.
Black and white, indeed. It reminded me of a theatre piece that I wrote in poetry form. The only English poems that I wrote were just two. The rest was in Dutch and French, but I'm eager to translate it. And it's also inspired by others. And there is a song, so anyone Googling Lonely Souls with my, at the time, artistic name, Alta Mirano, will find a song about this poem. Lonely Souls. When lonely souls meet, entangled in each other, respecting one another for a lifetime. When lonely souls meet, an unexpected moment, discovering each other from a distance. A silent conversation, which leaves space to imagination. The eyes meet for a moment, they are drawn to each other, holding on to what they see. And what they feel is part of it. For love is just a start. The very best part is yet to come. So those lonely souls, when they meet, entangled in each other, respecting one another for a lifetime. When lonely souls meet, an unexpected moment, discovering each other from a distance. A silent conversation, leaves space to imagination. The eyes meet for a moment, they are drawn to each other, holding on to what they see, for what they feel is part of it. For love is just a start, and the very best part is yet to come. They'll never be over.
Best is yet to come. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Wow. What a night. Yeah, I remember that I can see some of my friends are here, some old friends from Iran back home, and hi guys, hello everyone. I remember they are talking about maybe our poetry nights because I used to have the same thing in real life with my friends almost every week. We just gather, we talk, we have fun, and at the end of the night, we just sit around and read poetry. And yeah, so this is the next level. This is a virtual kind of.
Can I share one more?
Yes, of course, of course.
It is worth the wait in general. People meet, people get to know each other, people continue or they end. But if they continue, they enter your life. So leaving the life I led me to a new one to be led to an unknown world worth living, as it will contribute in giving a deeper meaning to the I lead today, asking him to show me the way to live in a proper way, the way to lead me to a better me, a way to lead me to you as this might be our destiny. Hopefully, in this life, we will lead lives filled with joy and happiness. By any means, soon we might meet or be able to feel the things longed for so many, many weeks. After all we've said and done so straight, I'm sure it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait. Yeah.
This is what happens in life in general, and with many, many people. With pandemics more so.
And
People don't meet that
and the
much
way
in
is
life.
not. I mean, if you look, you said you asked them to show me the way. The way is inside. Everything is. All the answers are within, and you just need to look inside. It's not. There are.
Yes.
That's really a strong point. You know, there are so many poems, and this reminded me. One of my friends is day in the life. His name is Brandon, and he is known with the name Brandon Skidmore, but his Instagram account name is Traffic Bolt, and he writes amazing poetry. And he also wanted to share one with you. When I heard his poem, and when I was listening to one of the poems called Dream, I literally found questions which were actually bothering me, and I found answers of all of that questions. And I have drawn this habit since a really long time. Whenever I hear some wise people speaking, I just gather up all of my questions of my life, and even watching your videos, Dr. Imran, because they answer so many questions, just like yours, your poem. Both of you guys are incredible. Ma'am, your last poem, I really loved it, and how it answered a couple of questions in my head. And that resonated with me, and it triggered about one of my friends, and it reminded me of one of my friends, Traffic Bolt. And yeah, I hope that you guys gonna get to hear him as well. He is just amazing, like you guys are. And thank you for letting me do that share. You guys are amazing.
Thank you so much. And of course, I mean, everything just came together spontaneously, with no plan, no preparation, and this is the best kind of preparation when you don't expect and it comes.
Yeah.
In Farsi, we have a saying. It's a short poem. We say, گاهی بساط عشق خودش جور می شود. گاهی به صد معامله ناجور می شود. Sometimes it happens all by itself, and sometimes it won't, even though you have all the 100 different plans. This is it. So, and yeah, I would love to have more beautiful souls like you on my live, so they can join and they can share their poetry, their art, their whatever. I always say that this is a platform for you, and I'm just holding space. I am, in the best case scenario, I'm a connector. I'm just a bit of the platform. It is all about you. And well, I have another, just maybe this is it. So when you start reading, it's really hard to unplug. It's not easy. And so we still have about 10 minutes to reach our 90 minutes call tonight. I have one more poem to read. And something about this poem is, like many of my old friends, they already know about the bird and the tree. And something I just wanted to, because this is a story that I want to say all the time, every time. So, first of all, this is my favorite poem ever. I wrote it about maybe, if I'm not wrong, 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago. The first one, yes. The first one, I woke up in the middle of the night, about like after midnight, and I just write it, and I slept in Farsi. And this is a story about a bird and a tree that I. So the so in English is important. There is a tree and there is a three. I'm talking about the tree. Yeah. So okay, tree, the bird and the tree. And so this is a story I wrote it in Farsi, and it still is my favorite poem. And the part that the amazing thing about it, that's I was driving to this place that I mentioned it at first of at the beginning of this show, that my friends say hello from this hospital. I was in the way. It was like about 2 hours drive, maybe. And it was again in the middle of the night. I was going to hospital, and I was going to that city to start my shift. And I had this feeling after 5 years that this story is not done yet. There are more. There are more that coming. And I just pulled over, and I pick up my phone because I was not able to write, and I just start to record myself, and I kind of like read the poem for myself, and I was crying, and I was just reading, and I crying. That was the moment that I just was, yeah, that moment was so dramatic in my life. But yeah, so the first part I was able to translate it in English. The second part still not successful. Hopefully I can do this later soon, but now we're gonna just I'm going to read the, let's say, the English part of the first poem. It is like the poem is there in my thing, so you can find it on my Instagram. So, but yeah, let's get down to business. The bird whispered to the tree, "Listen, my dear, it's my time to leave. Winter is here. But I promise you, we will meet again. When spring appears, wait for my return." The old tree answered, trying not to cry, "We had our moments. Now it's time to fly. I am old enough to see when you go, there is no return. We both have to know. It is hard for us, but dear lovely friend, the pain is to wait when there is no end." The bird flew away, shouting it out loud. "I will back to you. No question, no doubt." Winter passed, and life won the game again. But as said the tree, she did not return. The tree but survived during winter cold, dreaming of his love, believing what she told. But then, after all, from the wind of earth, in the spring he died, waiting for his birth.
And now we want the sequel. We
Yeah.
want to know more.
Yeah.
It's already very sad.
Yeah. The pain is to
But
wait
you know what to do.
when there is no end. Yeah.
It's not the end. Although we have the impression it's the end.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you for this beautiful night.
Thank you.
It was great
Thank
that I
you.
was able to share part of my life that was not easy to share.
True. Thank you so much for giving this space and also the opportunity to do so. I don't read comments normally when we talk, just to be fully concentrated. But I did see that one of I'm also a coach, a writer coach. So one of the persons I help youth to write their poems, and one of them was there. So it's fun to see that each one of us has friends and acquaintances on this life, and I think it's very special. And just to give another poem, just a short one. Imagine love is a person knocking on your door. Would you let love in or leave it outside, like you often did before? Although, as you might know, love is patient and love is kind, and therefore it is as it is for all mankind. But love is also a journey, from birth actually through life. And memories of love you leave behind. Your legacy after your last breath, actually, the love continues. Love is the person you just met, or the love is what you feel all around, often present and unnoticed. You cannot see it while being too busy and disconnected from this feeling that love gives when aware, showing others that you care, for love has always been there, and words and presence and proofs of love's existence. And the way you express yourself through sound or silence, you bring out the best in you. And when you give love, love gives back. And there, the question is, are you ready to receive while you can? When in grief, let it be clear and believe that love is always near. Cherish the love you feel when you feel it, and share the good times with those you love while you are there. To end with.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Are you ready
You're
to
welcome.
receive what you asked for?
Thank you for inviting us. It was a very nice evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was really nice to have you here. And I'm so grateful for your share, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Samar.
Talks and run.
Yeah. So yeah, please go ahead and have your last piece, masterpiece for us. So I will sit back and enjoy, and we will take it from there.
Alrighty, so this session is really calming and soothing, and it actually now I feel like I should be doing this song. This song is really close to my heart, and because all the people we loved, and unfortunately we all have our time decided. You're gonna be on Earth for this maximum this time, and then you have to leave. But the light stays, and we keep it inside in our heart. Okay, so this song speaks to me so much, and not so long ago I lost an amazing musician friend. He was an incredible musician, and so when I was in Clubhouse and we were doing this room dedicatedly for his memory, and I really wanted to do this song, and I feel all the memories flooding in my head. I really feel like doing this song. And there we go. This is called Till My Kingdom Come. I'll steal my heart and hold my tongue. I'll feel my time has come. Just let me in. Unlock the door. I've never felt this way before. And wheels just keeps on turning, and a drummer begins to drum. I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know which way I've come. Just hold my head inside your hands. I need someone who understands. I need someone who hears. For you I waited all these years. For you I'll wait till kingdom come. Until my days done. Just say you'll come and set me free. Just say you wait for me. In your tears, in your blood, in your flower, and in your flood. I hear your smile, I hear you sing. No, I wouldn't change a single thing. And the wheels just keeps on turning, and the drummer begins to drum. I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know what I've become. For you I'll wait till kingdom come. Until my days done. Just say you'll come and set me free. Just say you wait for me. You say you wait for me. Thank you.
Wow, I love it. You're amazing, man. You are a gift to me, to all my audience, to the world. Thank you for being you. Thank you so much. Thank
I
you.
really appreciate this opportunity, and I'm really grateful for you. Thanks for picking me up always in the line and letting me sing. This really means a lot. Thank you.
Summer PS, ladies and gentlemen. Easy to find, easy to listen to, easy to love. Summer PS. SAMARPS on Instagram. Yeah. Please show your appreciation and your support to this amazing artist. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Imran. You too, kind. We are blessed to have people like you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah.
It was really nice to have you, and I promise to all my people out there on all social media platforms, from Twitter, that I know that I've been posting on Twitter like these videos over the last 2 weeks, and not even a soul watched this, but it's okay. Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I promise you that he will be here more often. That is a promise. Yeah.
I would love to be. Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for joining me again today, and you brightened the night.
Thank you. No, it's my pleasure. Complete pleasure. Thank
Have a
you.
blessing day. Bye. Thank you. Bye. All right. So they call it winter solstice. I was just reading it. Winter solstice. I want to call it Yalda. In my culture, they call it Yalda. The longest, darkest night of the year. Technically in northern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, it's different day, but uh, as you know, the Earth is not like this. It's like this. That's how this is the longest day in northern hemisphere. And for a really long time, I had this thoughts that okay, why do we celebrate the darkness, the longest darkness? Why don't we celebrate the longest daylight, which is in almost in the middle of the summer? And the more I learned, the more I lived, the more I understand that the point about celebrating the longest, darkest night is to remember that even the longest, darkest nights will end, and this too shall pass. To remember that there is more in us than there is in darkness. And the point of being together and sharing all this beautiful poems and writings and thoughts together is just to have the attachment, to be a community. And these days, community is this. And this is all us from uh, India, from Malaysia. We had people from all around the world. They just mentioned the countries, and this is the community that we can sit all together and share this light and love and hope. ز یلدا سال زیباتر ندارد، سیاهی رنگ بالاتر ندارد. بشینم چله بر موی سیاهت که ایمان از تو یلداتر ندارد. Thank you guys. Thank you all. I love you. Thank you for joining me again today. It was a great session, and I'm going to play the rest of this beautiful song, and I hope you enjoy. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Be creative. Remember that love is the answer. Love you all. Thank you.
گو بهار دل و جان باش و خزان باش. ای بسا باغ و بهارم که خزان من و توست. این همه قصه فردوس و تمنای بهشت، گفتگویی یا خیالی ز جهان من و تو.